Tara. May sab pa diha. Tara sila. Gini bita niya. Di kaon.
Okay. Sige. Ako ba di kasuod, no?
Mangayo na sad ka. Tara oh. Ngami. Kan ako na good. Ay, pamilya ron kay COVID. COVID. Lapan na Kinahan kasi kaya
Binot, i-mute mo kwando. Yung mic dong.
Sige. We'll start.
Down. Me. Lagi.
Mute na Binot, i-mute.
Sige, mag-start na ta. Madungog ra ko ninyo. Adungog ra.
Dongog rami.
Sige. Sige. We'll start. Madungog ra. Madungog ra, guys.
Atog ramis pero sino
Madungog ramis. Madungog ra. Sige. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I think dito ni stop, no? Dito ni stop, no? Tama? We're here. Diri, no? Dito ni stop. Tama ba? Sa?
sa 20.
Ergonomics to miss. Okay.
Ergonomics nata de.
Mo ba na yun? Anthropometry. Okay, kaya.
Ila ko ka dirita. Wait lang. Dirita. I think.
Lawal tani.
Okay, so I think dirita ni stop kahapon. Okay. So, makita ra sa inyong screen ang akong gi-share na slide.
Yes, miss.
Sige. Okay. Sige. So, so anthropometrics will start. Sige, so anthropometrics is the comparative study of the measurements and capabilities of the human body. It derives from the Greek word anthropos, meaning human, and metron, meaning measure. So, yun. It's basically a study of human
Measures
measure.
of human.
Mm.
Chara.
Study of human measurement. So, di ba if magplano mo, usually sukdon man ninyo ang inyong height or sukdon ninyo inyong tiil or sa thread sa inyong stairs or sukdon ninyo ang width, inyong shoulder width or inyong reach, di ba? Usually, if ever magplano mo. So, basically, anthropometrics is one of the considerations if plano mo. So, it goes hand in hand with ergonomics. So, I'll discuss further ergonomics after. So, as what you can see on the screen, so it's the anthropometric data. So, makita ninyo ang sukod or dimensions from here, the standing height, diba? Kita mo? And the shoulder width, shoulder width, the shoulder height. So daghan siya measurements. Because basically anthropometrics is more on measurement of the human body. Okay? So, muna siya, di ba? Na-diri show width, show length, elbow height, trunk. Muna siya ang basis na to if we're gonna design a certain area or certain furniture or we're gonna design certain fixture. So, let me ayaw kayo paging. So, we'll go to the next slide. Okay, ayaw. Okay. So, on the next slide, kita man mo ano, makita ra ba sa inyong screen? This is more on the data na ni siya. Data nga i-gather ninyo sa when you measure your your body. So, this one is naglingkod and na ay working on a table or with the computer. So, it's what you can see the horizontal sight line. So this is the line na kanang sa ni pangalan ninyo kanang projected sa inyong eyes. So any angles above or below the horizontal sight line is considered to be uncomfortable. So it's the maximum vision without stress is what you can see is 60 degrees. So any angle below or above 60 degrees is considered to be uncomfortable. So I think na discuss na nako ninyo before nga ay the other session kung if you're gonna design or have or you got or you're gonna have a TV on the living area. So basically, you're gonna place the mounting height in relevance to the horizontal sight line. So dili siya taas sa horizontal sight line, dili po siya ingon mo bu. Kay para dili mag sakit inyong mata. So actually daghan pa ni siya og kanang mga details, but the thought of this one is you're gonna design a certain area or certain object or certain furniture fixture based on sa atong human measurement sa ato based nato. So basically what you're gonna do is to just measure, get a steel tape, measure sa inyong height or measure sa inyong shoulder width. Yan muna siya inyong base. I-base ang tagaan ninyo gamay allowance. That will be if ever you're gonna design a table. So, you're gonna identify if pila ka buok ang nasa table, pila ka buok tao, or pila ka seats. Then, measure your shoulder width. Yan. Tagaan ni mong allowance. So, that will be the design na. And there are a lot to consider. In designing. So one of two of those is the anthropometrics and ergonomics. So anthropometrics, unsa ganito, is the study of human measurement. So basically, magsukod-sukod ra gid mo ang anthropometrics. Ergonomics, diha na siya ang application. Ergonomics is the application of the design na basing on the human comfort. So, kaya naman may data about the anthropometrics. Wait lang for a while.
Yo. May passwords ako, ano? Passwords wifi.
Kasa gubog piso ani gatay.
Okay. Madungra ko ninyo? Madungra?
Yes, miss.
Sige, so going back.
Yes.
Okay, so going back, in anthropometrics, basically magsukod-sukod ra gyud mo ana kanang isukod ninyo inyong height, inyong tiil, inyong legs. Yan mo na siya inyong basin sa inyong design. So ang ergonomics is a application of the ideas of anthropometrics. So if na may data about kung unsay sukod ninyo and your height, that ang kana nga data inyong i-apply sa ergonomics with human comfort. So basically dili lang siya i-set ninyo nga kani sakto ra ni siya igo-igo ra ni ani. With ergonomics man good, it's designing basing on human comfort. So inyo nang i-sud sa inyong hunahuna na comfortable ba siya if kana nga area ra imong gialat para sa iya ha, or maka-move ra ba siya freely, dili ra ba siya maglisod. So inana siya nga mga thoughts ang dapat i-consider. So ang okay, kaging na po. Okay, so On the okay. So on the slide, no, actually, makita na ninyo? Sorry. My gosh. Happened.
Yes, miss.
Sige. So, um, on the slide, actually, ang anthropometrics does not limit itself to designing structures or buildings alone. It's more on um, it's it's present in the everyday living. Actually, if you're gonna sit on a chair, so that involves anthropometrics. If you're gonna um, ride a bus or um, go to a store, so that involves naapod gyapon na siya kailangan mabawan about the human measurements. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay ra. Sige, sige. So even furniture, cabinets, cars, etc., those were also patterned after the human dimensions. Okay? And anthropometry influences a wide range of industries, processes, services, and products, and has a considerable importance in optimizing the design of buildings. So, yun, as what I have said na earlier, it doesn't limit itself on the design of buildings, but also with industries in processes and services. So, basically, nangita ang mga tao or nangita mga workers or the more on the engineers and the scientists or the inventors of ways unsaon pag-optimize or unsaon make the work efficient para maka-produce og um, quality product. So basically nangito sila og ways how to improve the comfort of their workers. So what you can see na diri sa katong slide. So 'di ba on the factories and processing centers, there's long hours na mo stay sila or mo stand sila. So, gi-apply sa to nila ang anthropometrics. They measure kung unsay characteristics of the human body, then apply it into ergonomics and have the design of the chair na patterned out to be comfortable to the workers. So, the underlying principle of anthropometrics is that building designs should adapt to suit the human body rather than people having to adapt to suit the buildings. So I think this is ano naman understandable na buildings is patterned based on the human characteristics and the human body, which is dili siya dili namagoy uban na uban designs na gidesign lang siya but not considering sa human sizes or sa mga tao nga mo what do you call this nga mo occupy ana. So I think there are a lot designs na no na which is very uncomfortable to the users or to the customers nowadays. I think dagan kay ng meme sa FB about this one. And actually, we should be, as designers, we should be always thinking of the welfare of the customers and clients, diba? So that mo na siya dapat na to he always remembered Jude niya. Building design should adapt to the suit of the human body. Dili lang the other way around. Okay, so I'll just get the ano langan, the essence. So in recent times, no, it has come to have particular significance for workplace design and the relationship between desk, chair, keyboard, and computer display. So as what I have, I don't know, this is in relation to my to the concept which I discussed earlier. Na anthropometrics does not limit itself on the building design alone, but rather on the everyday life. Like, for example, if you're gonna use the computer and design, if you're gonna have it, if you're gonna apply the theories of anthropometrics and ergonomics, so ang usual na keyboard design is straight, diba? But if you're gonna, this one, you're gonna apply the theories of anthropometry and ergonomics. So you're gonna study kung unsay comfortable way para maka-type mo, or comfortable, ano ba yun, position. So, as what you can see, more on, dili siya straight, kay ang pressure manggod na sa joints if ever straight ya kaayo ang inyong keyboard. So, the designers come up with an idea nga to rearrange or to reorient the keypads so as to not give pressure on the joints and dili magsakit inyong kamot. So that's just one of the examples, no? So wait sa kay Mary, kaging pa siya. Are you still do you have any questions while waiting for the slide? Questions? Naara ba?
Lara, miss.
Sige, wait sa my goodness gracious, kaging. Madungog pa ko ninyo?
Miss.
Madungog kami.
Sige. Okay. I don't know what happened. Here ni kuan akong screen.
Hang, miss.
Ayun. So this is just taas na kayo ni siya, pero ang thought ani nga slide is that we have building regulations, no, set by the government, but that does not limit us to only complying diha sa kana nga ilang set. The principle of ergonomics and anthropometrics manggod is to have or develop a design that is comfortable. So, like for example, concrete example for this one is ang pangayo nga minimum dimensions of a standard habitable room by the government or by the National Building Code is 2 meters by 3 meters. So basically, if you're gonna have a room, ang dapat ang minimum standard size and is 2 meters by 3 meters. That's 6 square meters. So, muna siya ang ideal standard room, habitable room size. But if you're gonna apply ergonomics, the theories of ergonomics and anthropometry, 2 meters by 3 meters is not sufficient. If, for example, you have a lot of things inside the room, diba? So, if naapa kay dresser, and if you have tables, computer tables, and if you have a double bed, so dili na siya sufficient. And it will be difficult for you to circulate around the area. So, the building regulations, naara na siya, but it's up to us designers, no, to somehow develop suitable designs for human comfort. So, if ever na-anticipate na nato nga daghan taong ibutang diha sa room, so basically you're gonna have a bigger room size for the bedroom. So, wala lang to limit sa atong selves on the standard minimum requirements, but we're also applying ergonomics and anthropometry on our design as well. So, there are a lot considerations with anthropometry, and there are a lot of variations about its dimensions and the measurements, because we have older people, lahi ang sukod sa mga older people, lahi ang sukod sa children, lahi ang sukod sa persons with disability, and lahi pud ang sukod sa mga normal people. So it is also important to identify the users or the people who use the area. So usually it's gonna matter kanang mabaw-an jud din mo, no, if ever it's a good design, labi na if you're gonna have, or if you're gonna design a stair, kanang mga ramps, may ana kay these are ma-feel mo good jud nimo ang kalahian ani, labi na if musaka ka sa stairs, if taas ang tread, if taas ang tread sa imuhang, or taas ang rise sa imong stairs, ma-feel man gud na sa users, kay hangak man eksaka. So basically ang ma-pinpoint or gud ana nga kanang murag culprit kay the designer, kay mo ana silang gabi pa dali pag-design ay magtagpas or makay ang riser hangak makaayo. Or if you're gonna consider pud the persons with disabilities, naaman na siya yung mga tactile strips. I don't know if you are familiar with the tactile strips. Those are strips na gibutang for the gibutang sa stairs para mabaw-an sa blind people nga mo change siya og ang iyahang elevation. So I don't know if you can see this in the slide. So the tactile strips are strategically placed before the what do you call this, the elevation, or before the first rise. So I think I'm still running. Yeah. So we still have 10 minutes before this will end. So I'm just gonna sana ni. Nikaging na siya. Anyways, if this will kanang cut, no, and I'll send another invite. But basically, nagbuhat ra jud ko nga mo next slide ni siya. Do you have any questions? Questions? Na may questions?
Ano ni signal?
Na pa may questions?
Kung wala may question, pwede na kang mag-answer. Pwede na kang mag-answer lagi. Leave lang kayo.
Na may questions? Marami. Sige. If maputol ni, I'll discuss gamay sa ergonomics, and I'll discuss the activity or the plate. Actually, it's a very kuan na kayo siya kanang sayo na kayo siya nga plate. All you need to do is to measure your human or your width, height, and a certain kasi na anthropometric data dito nga ako measure sa inyo ha. Then you'll just gonna tally it on a paper or on a plate. So, para lang na may idea ba on the anthropometric data. And all you're gonna prepare is a steel tape, paper, and your pencil or tech pens. Steel tape, kuha na siya, kana metrosan. Naara mo?
Nara, miss.
Sige. So, if cut na niya, okay, wait na nga. I'll stop na lang or I'll end na lang this one. And kuan kanang I'll send another invite. Siguro we'll pause for a while. Then I'll send another invite for the discussion of the activity. Okay?
Questions? Roselan, apa yung question na Roselan?